I hope you don't take this too personally, but could this scientific discovery I'm about to show you be the real reason you don't yet have the wealthy, successful, debt-free, and purpose-rich life that you crave? And could it also explain why some lucky people around you seem to be magnets for life-changing opportunities and coincidences, while you may still be working too hard every day for little to no rewards? Well, check this out. Studies by Russian molecular biologists and linguists show that the words you speak every day have a shocking impact on your DNA. Yep, your words. So what does this have to do with your wealth? Well, when you speak the right words in the right way, your DNA automatically rearranges itself for the better, like a self-solving jigsaw puzzle. The traits that make you successful, like perseverance and self-confidence, become dramatically amplified. You shake off wealth-destroying bad habits like fear and procrastination and greed, and crippling problems like compounding debt, or a growing stack of bills that you just can't afford to pay, or staying stuck in a soul-sapping career, maybe being unable to do what you want in your life, or even what you need because you don't have enough cash. Or that feeling, that sense that you get of fear and lack every time that you think about money. Or even just being financially stuck and feeling like you never see the light at the end of the suffocating tunnel. Well, all these problems disappear forever, just by saying the right words. But when you say the wrong things every day, well, that's how your prosperity DNA gets poisoned, before it leaves you stuck in an endless vortex of those prosperity-crushing challenges. In the next few moments, I'm going to show you the astonishing science that proves this phenomenon is quietly controlling your life every single day. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how you can reprogram your prosperity DNA by showing you 6 power words. And these 6 power words will activate a wealth attraction switch deep within inside of you. A switch that will grant you access to a hidden, energetic gateway wedged between the building blocks of the universe itself. Remember that scene from The Matrix, when Neo sees reality for what it really is? Well, just by saying these 6 words in a certain way, you too will gain a breathtaking new understanding of the world around you. Think of it like a far more powerful, supercharged version of the affirmations many people use. And once this understanding washes over you, all the mental blocks, the fears and the worries, all the uncontrollable circumstances and obstacles that have ever held you back will soon start to disappear and will soon start to vanish. And you may start seeing raises and promotions and epiphanies and hidden business opportunities and other positive coincidences beginning to rush into your life. A select group of people have already taken this leap before you. Many are using it to create wealth and success right now, and many more will follow in the future. But for you, nothing can begin until you understand these 6 seemingly innocent words. No, the 6 words are not, "Hey universe, give me money now." That's not what we're talking about here. In fact, you've probably never even heard of these words before, because as you're about to see, they're not even in English. Hey, this is Amish Shah, and I am an Inc. 500 entrepreneur and reality hacker, and I need to ask you something. Did you ever feel like the only thing stopping you from taking your wealth and success to a whole new level and from solving a problem you're facing right now, like a sky-high mortgage or credit card debt or vanishing source of income or a lukewarm career or something in your life that you see as an obstacle? It could just be 1 or 2 stubborn obstacles that you've fought for years, maybe something that you're aware of what's wrong. Again, it usually stems from fear, so we look for something where that fear comes from. Maybe you're aware of what's wrong. It could be a bad habit like procrastination or never finishing what you start. It could be that you're stuck in a dead-end job or a dead-end business and you need to just escape your comfort zone. Or it could be some sort of energetic block, like a childhood experience or an embedded belief that quietly messes with your prosperity every single day. Yet none of your existing growth practices are working, like reading books on how to get a raise, or reading books on how to get a job, or start a business, or be successful in business, or meditation, or visualization, or the law of attraction, or reading books about wealth and developing a wealthy mindset, right? None of them are actually able to help you reach the core of that problem. Now tell me, years from now, if you were to grow old without ever addressing this problem, would you have been able to acquire the wealth and the freedom that wealth brings? To have lived your greatest life? And by greatest life, I'm not just talking about the fun stuff like bungalows, convertibles, 5-star holidays, and personal masseuses or any of that stuff. I'm not talking about that. But even perks like the flexibility to take a year off of work to explore yourself, or the freedom to explore the 7 continents and immerse yourself in the cultures and natural beauty of the world, or the opportunity to savor unique and exhilarating experiences and rub shoulders with people who inspire you or us to dream big. The platforms to share your personal gifts with others as you inspire and empower them to live up to their higher purpose, or to just be there more often for your loved ones instead of being so damn busy working all the time. If your answer is nope, I'm pretty far off from having all that kind of prosperity, then pay very close attention because you're about to dive headfirst into what I call the prosperity formula. It's a simple equation that will reprogram you on a subatomic level to become a magnet for wealth, success, and fulfillment. But first, a word of warning. This is not your everyday guide to getting rich. That's not how we do things here. We won't be looking at familiar concepts like the law of attraction or visualization, which don't really tell you the whole story. And there is zero talk about technical skills like investing or saving money or starting a business. And it has nothing to do with the stock market or the economy or any man-made system beyond your control. In fact, it's not even about creating a positive wealth mindset or the traditional idea of personal growth at all. So what is this prosperity formula all about? It's a journey. It's a journey deep into the creation energies lying dormant within you right now, and into the hidden universal laws that control reality from behind the scenes. And once you take this journey and learn how to tap into this matrix, you'll be able to expose your personal blocks, break free from them, and tune your mind, body, and spirit to attract unlimited wealth-creating opportunities on autopilot. You'll enrich your life with positive outcomes and coincidences that defy all odds. And soon enough, you'll notice you keep meeting people eager to help, inspire, and guide you to where you want to be. Just like how satellites pull frequencies out of thin air. How are we going to do all this? Well, there are 2 parts to the prosperity formula. Let's take a glance at both of them. The first part is the invisible world of sounds. Here you'll discover how sounds shape the world around you, how the sounds you make by speaking could be repelling prosperity from entering your life, and how to harness the power of sounds to rearrange your prosperity DNA so you can begin attracting prosperity instead of repelling it. A big part of this is in those 6 words I mentioned earlier. The second part of this formula is the mysterious world of visual symbols. Did you know that just looking at geometric lines of certain symbols, many of them ancient symbols used for thousands of years, can alter your brainwaves? Did you know that everything you can see around you and nature around you all alter your brainwaves? And even open gateways to higher states of consciousness? A small group of those in the know are harnessing symbols to bend reality itself and create highly prosperous outcomes in their careers and finances. I'll tell you how to do this yourself in just a few moments, and trust me, this alone will blow you away. In the next few moments, I want to show you how these 2 forces, sounds and symbols, can give you the unexpected answer to one of the most important questions of your life. How can I achieve lasting prosperity in my finances and my career and make the biggest possible impact on myself and the planet? Now at this point, some people may think that this is a little out there. How can something as abstract as sounds and symbol hold the key to more zeros in your bank account? Well, the first thing I want you to know is that some of the world's wealthiest, most successful, most awakened people in the world, from Oprah Winfrey to Deepak Chopra, are using this wisdom every single day to live extraordinary lives, to do extraordinary things, and to leave extraordinary legacies. And when I lay it all out for you in the next few moments, you'll understand exactly why. The second thing I want you to know is that I myself have used the prosperity formula to spark unbelievable change in my own life when nothing else seemed to work for me. I started off as a troubled kid in a broke Jersey family. Today I'm an Inc. 500 serial entrepreneur blessed with many successes and opportunities in my life. And I credit it all to this innate understanding of the invisible laws of the universe that I gained through the prosperity formula I keep telling you about. You see, back when I was a kid, my family had no money. But what we did have was a passion for ancient esoteric knowledge, the kind that most people know nothing about. And so every night when other kids' parents were reading them storybooks, my mother was reading me ancient Sanskrit scriptures and teaching me about stuff like Vedic philosophy. One of the biggest lessons I learned was about sounds. See, when it comes to harnessing the power of sounds, a lot of people use affirmations. These positive statements you recite every day to raise your energy and manifesting power. And if you're like many people, you have tried these positive affirmations yourself, right? I mean, after all, it's like $1 billion per year industry or something like that. But maybe you've yet to experience the profound life-changing effects you've been promised. And there's a very good reason for that. Because as you're about to see, there's a crucial missing ingredient in affirmations. What a lot of people don't know about affirmations, and what most gurus don't tell you because they don't know it either, is it's just about what you make yourself believe by reciting statements like, money comes to me easily, or success is my default state. Nor is it simply about faking it till you make it with, statements like, I'm a money magnet, or I will be living in my dream house this time next year. It has nothing to do with that, and it has everything to do with the vibrational power within those actual sounds. So you see, positive words can carry both positive vibrational changes and the building blocks of the universe itself. Ancient languages like Hebrew, Sanskrit, and Tibetan knew this well, creating complex sound systems that engaged not only the person's left brain hemisphere, but also the right, the side associated with intuition and introspection. In fact, some words even stretch across seemingly unrelated cultures, like the words Yah and Wah, which both form the name of the Jewish god Yahweh. And in the yogic tradition, in the mantra Namah Shivaya, these words, when you use them correctly, they resonate in different parts of your mind and central nervous system with breathtaking consequences. And this is research that's being done by Dr. Pillai in one of his latest videos and statements. And once we understand how to harness these charges in words, we'll be able to use the power of sounds to go beyond plain old affirmations, into the realm of using sound to tap into the fabric of the universe and become more successful and abundant than you ever thought possible. I know it sounds incredible, but the scientific evidence behind the power of sound is undeniable. Wait till you see this recent study by the team of Russian biophysicists and molecular biologists. Research began when they decided to question a long-standing belief in Western science, that only 10% of our DNA contains useful protein sequences that control many of our functions, while the remaining 90% is quote-unquote junk. But by inserting DNA in a tube and shining a laser through it, they found an unexpected truth. As it turns out, 90% of junk DNA isn't actually junk DNA. It's a network of data storage similar to the internet, packed with information arranged using similar rules as human language and grammar. But even greater than this discovery, the vibrational behavior of your DNA and your access to the sea of information, wisdom, and intuition locked inside of you is altered, depending on the vibrations you create through the words you speak. In short, when you speak the right words every single day, you're rearranging the building blocks that make you, you. And you're opening the floodgates to limitless prosperity, well-being, and positivity in your life. This discovery alone finally explains why practices like affirmations and hypnosis can create such big impact in people's lives. And what I'm about to show you is even more powerful than any of these practices. Of course, this research is just the tip of the iceberg. If you're a history buff, you may have heard of the Greek philosopher Pythagoras and how he used vibrating string sounds to heal people. By now, I'm sure you've heard of Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments on words and intentions, and how they can alter the molecular structure of water crystals. And if they can do that to water, imagine what they can do to your body. Remember, your body is made up of 70% water. There's also acoustic levitation, a mind-blowing process invented at the Argonne National Laboratory that uses sound waves to levitate liquid pharmaceuticals and increase their effectiveness. And some pioneers have even started applying this knowledge to help people, like the new branch of medicine known as vibrational medicine, which explores how sound interacts with molecular structures. And Dr. Pillai, who uses phonemes to help people reprogram their habits, emotions, and behavior. It should be clear to you by now that you too must find the innocent negative words you unknowingly use every single day. the ones that are vibrationally scrambling your prosperity DNA, and replace them with prosperity-boosting words that serve you. For instance, how often do you find yourself using the word busy to describe your day? Did you know that in Old English, the word busy stems from anxiety, anger, and even painful constriction? Imagine the energetic charge in a word like that. And imagine how this could be affecting you on an energetic and subatomic level. And now, this brings us to the 6 power words I told you about at the beginning of this video. Here they are. Om, Gom, Shrim, Maha, Lakshmiye, Namaha. You may not know what these words mean yet, let alone how they're going to affect your wealth and success and prosperity. Heck, you probably can't even pronounce them or recognize what language they're in. So let me explain. Om means force or energy. Gom means removal of obstacles. Shrim is the sound of abundance. Maha symbolizes the increase of energy. Lakshmiye represents purpose. And Namaha represents completion. So this is just a small sample of words you can use every single day to rearrange your prosperity DNA. Other prosperity words may sound more familiar, like Amen or Shalom. And you do not need to have any specific spiritual or religious beliefs for any of these words to work, nor do you need heaps of time or effort. You just need to enter a specific state of mind and spend a few short moments saying them every day to spark the rearranging process from deep within you. And so now that you know a little bit more about sounds, let's move on to the next part on the prosperity formula equation, symbols. As a child, one of my biggest turning points came from when I stumbled upon this symbol in a book my mother brought back home from India. This symbol is known as the Sri Yantra, or in Sanskrit, it roughly translates to the instrument of creation or the instrument of wealth. This Sri Yantra is said to be over 12,000 years old, and in this time, spiritual explorers like monks and Vedic scientists have used it to meditate and achieve superhuman states of consciousness. But what really struck me about the Sri Yantra is that it's not just a spiritually validated source of reality-bending power, but it's also a scientific one. It is the most mathematically correct symbol that has ever been made on this planet. In 1984, researchers at Moscow University used an EEG machine to observe the brainwaves of test subjects who were asked to stare into the Sri Yantra. What they found was that within moments, these people's brainwaves slowed down to the alpha level, a state of mind associated with intuition, creativity, relaxation, and deep meditation. Not only that, it also began creating new neural pathways in their brains, which means it was actually programming and physically upgrading their minds. Can you imagine the power of a symbol that can switch on your deepest inner potential just by looking at it? That's not the only proof of the Sri Yantra. Many of the strangely recurring mathematical patterns found all over nature, architecture, and even in our bodies can be found in the geometric lines of the Sri Yantra, including pi, the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, and even phi. Why are there so many glitches in the matrix found inside of this symbol? And get this, in his research paper, Art as a Technology, award-winning artist Bill Witherspoon made another remarkable discovery about the Sri Yantra. Because when this symbol was placed in an Oregon crop field, its yield, soil fertility, and nutrient level multiplied dramatically. How is that even possible? We have many symbols from ancient times, such as the cross, the Star of David, Om, Merkaba, Flower of Life, Kabbalah, Da Vinci, Seed of Life, Tree of Life, Metron's Cube, and the list goes on and on and on. For thousands of years, billions of people, from ancient ancestors to modern civilizations, have harnessed the power of symbols to empower, inspire, and influence millions. Ancient Egyptians used hieroglyphic symbols as a means of communication. The Aborigines of Australia used symbols in their art to record and retain important information. Pretty much every religion and institution on the planet has its own symbol. Today, brands like Coca-Cola and Nike use their corporate symbols to create desire. And there are even symbols with hidden meanings and messages. It's pretty clear that symbols are often used to control and sometimes even manipulate you. But what if you could turn the tables and use this power for your own good? Can you imagine what would happen if you could consciously squeeze out the power of symbols that could actually enhance your life? Picture using a symbol like the Sri Yantra every time you need to find a creative solution to a problem at work, or when you're deciding where to spend or save your money, or even when you just need to get into a state of allowing so the right opportunities, situations, and people gravitate to you. And you're hyper aware of all of them because you're in this supercharged state of mind. In other words, your symbol of choice becomes your gateway to an infinite ocean of prosperity. An article by Natasha Dern of the Huffington Post even points out how symbols can be used to enhance meditation. The aim of using symbols in meditation is to move beyond linguistic interpretations and uncover a level of intuitive understanding beyond language, which profoundly transforms the way we experience the world and ourselves. Now, if before this you haven't even heard about the self-empowering properties of symbols, I want you to know that it's not your fault. This stuff isn't taught in schools. You won't see this in mainstream media. In fact, even many of the world's smartest people don't know about it. Yet I, an average kid from a poor family, learned all about it, applied it, and turned my life around with it. And if someone like me can do it, you'll be doing it effortlessly in no time. Best of all, it works on autopilot. Other self-empowerment methods talk about reprogramming you on a subconscious level, but when you're using a modality like symbols, you're going deeper into a subatomic level. And this is precisely what holds the level to dramatic and lasting holistic results. Alright, so by now you already know more about sounds and symbols than 99% of the people on the planet, maybe, you know? But there's one more thing that you need to know before you can use both of these parts of the prosperity formula to make massive changes to your wealth and success. And that's how to combine them. You see, when I first started applying the power of sounds and symbols in my life, profound changes started to happen in my business, in my mindset, even my relationships with people around me. But what truly allowed me to break through the otherwise unreachable barriers and achieve things like getting on the Inc. 500 list and starting my own nonprofit is when I started applying both symbols and sounds at the same time. Why? Because when combined, sounds and symbols produce a harmonic effect in your body and in your brain. And that changes your reality. Neuroscientific research already tells us that we absorb up to 300% more information when we absorb information through multi-sensory experiences instead of just reading or listening. So can you imagine the transformative effect of stimulating your eyes, your ears, your vocal cords, and even your intuition by consciously harnessing symbols and sounds at the same time? I like to think of it as tuning yourself into a human satellite dish, because you're realigning to the universe's deepest attraction frequencies. You're working with the laws of nature. And this is all after society, your mentors, and your own limiting beliefs have knocked your prosperity DNA out of alignment and kept you way below your full success potential. And by following a few simple steps, you're going to be doing this in just a few moments, because now I want to share something very personal with you. You see, even though I've spent most of my life as an entrepreneur, my real passion has always been to help people with the esoteric knowledge I've picked up over the years. I want to help people find that sweet spot between science and spirituality and use it to create the prosperous, wealthy, and purpose-driven life that you may have thought you could never have. And because I've been applying the power of sounds and symbols in my own life, not long ago I finally gained the courage and clarity to set it in all of my businesses. And this is all so I could gather and help a global online community of people who harness unusual forces of nature to find joy, success, happiness, and fulfillment in places most others never really look. That's why you're watching this video right now, because I have liberated myself to my highest purpose, just as you will when you start applying the power of sounds and symbols in your life. And with your permission, I'd like to help you achieve that with a multimedia home training program I call the Prosperity DNA Activation Kit. The Prosperity DNA Activation Kit is my master work. It's the result of my years of scientific and esoteric research into harnessing sounds and symbols for living a more prosperous, joyful, and fulfilling life. And it's the first time I'm ever sharing my personal 4-step process anyone can use to rewire their prosperity DNA and create life-changing career and financial outcomes. No matter how busy you are, how inexperienced you are, or how much or how little success you've had with other practices like meditation or visualization or affirmations, this is different. Let me show you around the program a little so you know what to expect. One, we'll start with a set of introductory videos that will give you a strong foundation and show you the basic do's and don'ts of working with sounds and symbols. Your jaw will drop when I point out the weak spots in your current prosperity DNA. In just a few minutes, this exercise will instantly show you what's been holding you back all this time. I'll show you the crucial difference between lower wealth consciousness and higher wealth consciousness, and how to tell where you're at right now. And I'll also give you the 4 key ingredients to success that all prosperous and fulfilled people follow. And sometimes they even do this without even realizing. Then we'll move on to the core of the Prosperity Formula program, starting with lessons, exercises, and tools for harnessing the power of sounds. For instance, I'll show you how to use the ancient art of chanting to quickly and enjoyably reap the rewards of certain prosperity-boosting sounds. You'll also learn a bulletproof way to silence your mind like a Zen monk and consciously use sounds to get in the zone, no matter how busy, stressed, or overwhelmed you're feeling. This exercise is great for just reconnecting with your deepest self when you really need to just be your best, like before a big day at work or just before a meeting. I'll even hand you some of my specifically engineered binaural beat audio exercises to use when you need a dose of inspiration. This technology is seriously fantastic and it's amazing. All you need to do is sit back, close your eyes, and press play on these tracks. And these tracks sound like your favorite chilled out music. And you'll instantly shift your brainwaves into an alpha state of deep relaxation, intuition, and creativity. In the next part of the program, we'll move on to symbols. Here you'll find many useful techniques and lessons you can use every day to get the most out of these shapes. One of the first things we'll do here is look at the exact vibrational effects certain symbols can have on your brainwaves, before guiding you through a set of brainwave exercises for reprogramming your prosperity DNA. I'll also guide you through a powerful Sri Yantra meditation to help you squeeze the most juice out of the king of all symbols, and even how to ask the universe for guidance itself. Another fascinating exercise we'll go through is how to use certain characteristics of sacred geometry to amplify the results you get with using symbols. In the final part of the program, I'll help you combine both symbols and sounds into one holistic practice you can easily apply every single day for even deeper results. This is where I'm going to plunge you into a multi-sensory guided meditation that stimulates all of your senses and puts your mind, body, and spirit into a powerful creation mode, where bending reality is just as easy as tearing a wet napkin. Plus, you'll also get various tools like breathing techniques and mind training exercises designed to invoke both the power of your visual and auditory at the same time, with amazing, surprising results. What can you expect once you start using the Prosperity DNA Activation Kit? Well, here's a sample of the messages my students send me every single day. As a thank you for watching this video, I'd also like to give you a bonus when you book the Prosperity DNA Activation Kit on this page today. And that's a bonus module called Beyond Symbols and Sounds. In this module, I'll give you a hand-picked selection of other prosperity-boosting mind-body-spirit practices that don't necessarily fall into the category of symbols and sounds, but that have helped my students and I tremendously over the years, more so than any other books, courses, or money-making guides that you have ever seen. Some of these include techniques for channeling your raw sexual energy into your work, physical exercises for breaking the boundaries of space and time and creating impossible outcomes when faced with a problem at work or at home, and even advanced breathing techniques that put you into an instant state of deep clarity and intuition. I'll leave you to discover these techniques for yourself once you start the program. Because for now, there's one more gift I'd like to give you, and that's a heartfelt promise. The Prosperity DNA program will take whatever energy you put into it and amplify it 1,000 times over. So if you get the program and do nothing, well, don't expect anything to happen, because 0 times 1,000 is still 0, right? But if you get it, follow the steps and apply even a fraction of it in your career, in your personal time, in your daily interactions with people, well, you may notice epiphanies, opportunities, and positive coincidences that rush into your life with far greater intensity compared to any other wealth building product or personal growth tool that you've probably ever tried. And if you commit to applying all of it in your life, which by the way only takes a few minutes a day for a few weeks, well, that's when you'll need to prepare for some major changes in your life. Because when you're using symbols and sounds to perfectly align your mind, body, and spirit with the universal frequency of prosperity itself, don't be surprised to find prosperous outcomes drawn to you every day at work, in meetings, during your lunch break, on your daily commute, or even in the shower, often without you making any conscious effort whatsoever. Because you've rearranged your prosperity DNA, not just on a conscious and subconscious level, but on a subatomic level too. And that's my promise to you. I've committed to helping you get the most out of the program and becoming a part of this movement of awakened people who realize there's more to success than just what meets the eye. So if for any reason you feel I'm not living up to my commitment, just email me within 60 days for full email coaching or a full refund on your investment. Totally your choice. How can I be so confident? Because that's what the prosperity formula is doing for me and for thousands of my students every single day. If you are ready to begin your journey into the prosperity amplifying world of sounds and symbols, remember, what you're getting is the full 4-part digital prosperity DNA activation kit, the free bonus Beyond Sounds and Symbols module, and the unconditional 60-day money-back guarantee. And because this is all delivered to you online, there's zero shipping cost. Plus, you can actually start exploring this program right now within minutes of ordering the program. Picture the difference between your reality today and a reality aligned with the universal vibration of prosperity itself. What will the average day at work feel like when you're performing better and achieving more? How will it feel to know you're playing a bigger game and impacting more lives? Will you enjoy the freedom of being able to spend more time with your loved ones and even your personal passions? And lastly, how will it feel to know that money will be something that you will never worry about again, but instead something you draw into your life with sublime ease and joy? I'll tell you, it feels pretty darn amazing. Remember, the path to your abundant reality starts here with the Prosperity DNA Activation Kit. No other book, program, or course contains this exact knowledge presented in the context of wealth and success. And none other will give you the subatomic change necessary to create massive change in your career, wealth, and success almost on autopilot and sustain it for a lifetime. Let's start rearranging your prosperity DNA today.